I believe the figures I recall off the top of my head about genocide in Darfur, roughly 400,000 people killed there. Would this be, would rival or exceed the magnitude of that sort of death by ethnic cleansing?
Sir, it's obviously very difficult to predict. My previous experience, for example, in Lebanon in the early 80s, I was there at the time of the massacres in the Palestinian camps following our withdrawal in 1982. When those massacres took place, I knew that some very bad consequences were likely to be set in train, but I couldn't have begun to predict where we'd be a year later, for example, with the resurgence of Hezbollah and the bombing of both the embassy and the Marine barracks with horrendous consequences for us. I had a failure of imagination, and I don't think in the intervening years my imagination's gotten any more accurate or strong. But I would be very concerned that in a context in which the U.S. was seen to be definitely backing away, and backing away in a sense that projected the signal in Iraq and elsewhere that we were not coming back. There's not going to be a second surge. It's over for us. I think the prospects of a truly catastrophic humanitarian disaster would be considerable.
In the order of hundreds of thousands or millions?
It could be that, sir, because it could be a situation that would be so dramatic that it would bring in neighboring states. It would then you would have a failed state. You would have basically a meltdown inside Iraq, and the ensuing violence within Iraq, plus ambitions of some of Iraq's neighbors, like Iran, could bring these states in, and we could be looking at regional conflict as well as a horrific humanitarian disaster. I can't say that's going to happen. I can't predict that's going to happen, but it certainly is something that could happen.